YouTube? It's your boy Dylan Dual Sport here, and I'm gonna teach you how to get it up on a CRF250L. Okay. Alright. So there's a lot of how-to wheelie videos out there. There's even a couple I've seen for this particular bike, but you guys asked for one, so I guess I'll give you the tips that I use for wheeling the Honda CRF250L. First off, you're going to want to put your nutsack and or your vagina right back here. Sit as far back on the bike as you can, and then it's kind of just a dance between the throttle and the clutch. And the difference between that I've noticed this bike and the last bike I had, the last bike I could just rev the RPMs, roll on the throttle a little bit and pop the clutch and the wheel would come right up. Not exactly the case with this bike. It's not that this bike is super heavy, it's just that most of its weight happens to be in the front end of it. So you actually have to pull up, which, you know, is a little scary at first, but you'll get used to it. You'll get used to pulling up with the right amount of force. You got to pull up pretty hard, and most people have a dominant hand, and so you might end up pulling up a little bit more with your dominant hand, causing the handlebars to turn. Want to work on that. You know, it could get dangerous. You don't want to come down off a wheelie with your wheel turn, obviously. But yeah, you sit back as far back on the seat as you can, and you want to rev the speed you want to be going, probably between 5 and 10 miles an hour, and you rev the RPMs once, and before it can come down, you pull in the clutch. Well, obviously you've had the clutch pulled in, but before the RPMs can come down, and then right when it starts to fizzle out, you hit it again, you pop the clutch, and you pull up. And that's pretty much it. I'll try to hit one on the way out of here. I'm sure they probably already called somebody because the people in my park are assholes. So, fuck them. See, I revved the bike once, and just vroom, and right when it starts to come down, you hit it again, pop the clutch, pull up. Practice these in the grass, please. Practice in the grass. Have your safety gear on. I don't recommend doing wheelies on the pavement ever, even with your safety gear. I mean, you got Kevlar pants and a nice leather jacket, alright, but I mean, I've slid across the pavement before, and that's why you don't see me doing wheelies on the cement anymore. The cement just does not give. And I skinned all the skin from my wrist to my elbow off my arm, and it was really painful. And I happened to be 2 hours up north when it happened, so I had to sit my arm fucking torn to shreds for the whole 2-hour ride home. It was really unpleasant. So find a nice flat area in the grass. Some people will tell you to find a hill, but what happens if you're on a hill, it comes up a lot easier. And if you pull up, you know, you're going to have to pull up a lot harder on flat ground, so you might as well just get used to pulling up on flat ground. So find a nice, even, flat patch of grass somewhere nobody's going to bother you, and just practice. Practice. And when I figure out how to shift in a second, I will make another wheelie tutorial video, because I'm still trying to figure that one out on this bike. My old bike, I could shift in a second as I brought the wheel up. That's not the case on this bike, at least not yet. So I'll keep you updated, and I hope this helps.